Let's focus in now on neurodivergent people. First of all, why is a co-housing community beneficial to neurodivergent people?
So many reasons. And thank you for asking that. I was listening to an NPR station, a radio program about a month ago, and there was a high school kid, and neurodivergency is really difficult on teenagers. I mean, there's a very very serious suicide rate, and emotionally, it's very very tough. And this teenager was saying, throughout my entire elementary school years, I never went to recess one time. He had autism. And it's because I couldn't stand being around people who had no idea what I was going through emotionally, physiologically, psychologically. And so I would just stay in the classroom, read, talk to the teacher, etc. But I wouldn't go outside to be with others who didn't know where I was coming from. So the number one reason is knowing where others knowing where you're coming from to the level that they can actually give you support, and you can support them, because when you support them, you're giving yourself support too. So it's really important that people, and here's the other reason. I've been to about 385 co-housing, and I love them. I live in one. That's great. But I'd never seen anything like Solheimer before. When I walked on site, I saw people giving so much to each other that I just said, I have to write a book about this. I've never seen anything like this, where the capacity for co-care and the capacity for growing relationships among people who didn't have relationships before. There's a guy on the cover of my book who moved into Solheimer when he was 34 years old, never had a job. 34, never had a job, had only 1 hour of peer interaction a week. Now, and like everybody told me, when he moved in, he was very shy. He looked at his shoes all the time. He was very reserved, and etc. I met him a couple years after he moved in. He was always smiling. He was always saying hello, etc., etc. And I asked him one day, I said, Arner, why are you so happy all the time? And he says, well, here I have purpose. I'm accepted. I'm engaged. I belong. I appreciate everybody, and everybody appreciates me.
Yeah.
That's key.
Yes.
That's real. That's as real as it gets.